red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, facts, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, 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 welcome. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. Third Eye Thursdays. That song that you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Facts remix by the 44 Tops. That is the Facts remix by the 44 Tops. Make sure you are ordering your album, both the digital and the physical copy of the 44 Tops album. All right. Shout out to everybody who's gotten themselves a copy. We appreciate y'all. All right. Let's do the roll call. Let's do the roll call. Peace, Lordy. Let's do the roll call. We are going to have a nice show. I don't know how long we're going to be in here. It's not going to be a super late one. Shout out to all of my owls in the building, my late night owls. Best Eyes in the building. All right. All the way from Best Eye to Georgia. What's popping? All right. CT is in the building. All right. Waterbury. Shout out to CT in the building. We got Tennessee in the building. We got Florida in the building. AZ in the building. Ohio in the building. We got Naptown in the building. Colorado. Hampton, Virginia. CT in the building. Hollywood in the building. East Flatbush in the building. We got the Lou in the building. Wilmington in the building. VA in the building. New Jersey, a.k.a. New Jerusalem. All right? VA in the building. B-more in the building. The Bronx is in the building. Nebraska's in the building. Cape Verde, Africa. San Jose is in the building. South LA is in the building. York, Pennsylvania is in the building. Maryland is in the building. Decatur in the building. PA is in the building. Bakersfield. We got New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans. All right. Shout out to New Orleans. We got Clayco in the building. Shout out to Clayco in the building. You dig? Shout out to the Clayco family. Atlantis is here. We got T Dot in the building. Shout out to Toronto, Brooklyn, Vietnam. What it do? 317. What up though? What's happening? San Francisco. I like that. San Francisco. That's different. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up. Salute. Welcome. Evergreen Park. We got Los Angeles. We got Chicago. We got Harlem. We got Omaha. I just want to say greetings to everybody in the building. Thank you for pulling up. You could be doing anything else, but you're here with us tonight. Tonight, we're going to chop up game. We're going to talk about some things. We do have some announcements to make. Let's get right into the announcements. And we will have a word from our sponsors before the night is over. But happy birthday to corporate. Shout out to all of my Aries in the building. My son's birthday is coming up. He's part of the Aries Club. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all. You know, love to the Aries. I got the Aries moon, so you know, don't judge me. I feel y'all pain. Hot off the presses. This right here has been selling all week. Hot off the presses. Too hot for YouTube. The Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah. The replay. The Four Horsemen. Killing them, right? Killing them. Me, Red Pill, Blue Pill, B Dell, and my good brother, Alkebalon. Legendary shit, man. Thank you, everybody who played a part, who had something to do, you know, even behind the scenes, putting everything together. You know, all of the queens, all of the the wizards who had their hands in helping out. I just want to say thank you to everybody because yeah, we made that happen. And we're gonna be doing something. This is just the beginning. We will be doing something very soon to keep that energy going and that ball rolling. You feel me? Yeah, check this out. Somebody sent me this today. You know what I'm talking about? The Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, the Gilby version, right? I think this might be this might go to the merch department. I think this might be sent. I might send it to the merch department. You know what I'm talking about? We going in, y'all. I'm trying to explain to you. I'm trying to explain. Yeah, it's no time to play. It's game time right now. You know what I mean? This is game time. The ancestors opening up the floodgates. Charlotte, I just want to say, Charlotte, we are going to be in your city on Monday, March the 31st, Melanin Monday, IRL, Charlotte. Make sure y'all are in the building. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear none of that. Damn, I wish I would have known. Nah, fam, you know, hit the QR code right there on the flyer. Charlotte, we are going to be in your city. Make sure y'all are in the building on the 31st. And then boom, 4-4, right back at you. 4-4 in Richmond, Virginia. We're going to be in your backyard with A.A. Rashid. Red and the Blue Pillar with A.A. Rashid. This is a pop-up shop. This is going to be more like an art show. This right here is going to be Melanin Monday IRL. I will be the host. You will have special guests. There's going to be people opening up. Hometown talent. We got vendors in the building. We got music in the building. We got food in the building. We don't need to leave until we're ready to leave. Come and turn up. We got merch in the building. We will be going live. It's going to be live stream. Please be a part of this moment, this experience, and come and salute your peoples. It's going to be more at the door. Early bird tickets are on sale right now, and we're fair. We're not coming to your city to rip nobody off. Very fair at the door. A.A. Rashid, very fair at the door as well. Pre-sale is 15, at the door is 20. Pull up, we are in the building. All right. Shout out to once again, like I said, everybody on the which one y'all like? Y'all like this cover or y'all like this one? This is number one. Let's do a vote. Is this are we going with this cover, this flyer, or we going with this one? Y'all let me know and we'll make the decision. Once again, everybody, again, we're extending it. You get a free copy of Fear of a Black and More Messiah, Project Fear, False Elections Appearing Real, with Sharif Anail Bey and Red Pillar. This was from the summertime. This will come with your purchase of Fear of a Black and More Messiah, if you choose to get it tonight. All right. But yes, Charlotte, we are in the building. And then boom, right after that, Virginia, we're in the building. Shout out to all of my KTLians. Tomorrow is the last class for the March Madness cycle with Red Pillar in Spin City. All things technology, Techno Tuesdays, all things technology, all things AI, all things agentic AI. You feel me? All things vibe coding. This was the month that things changed forever. Okay, forever and ever. So shout out to everybody who who's been supporting and signing up. Like, okay, we're doing the vote right now. So we going heavy on the two. It's a heavy two. We going heavy on the twos. They going with the vibed out session. They going heavy on the twos. Well, two it is. I I go with the people. Dun, 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 dun. Play the trumpet, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. We're going with the two. Going with the two. You know what I'm talking about? You know? Is it giving merch? Is it giving merch? Look, low keto and will the meet and greet in Virginia be at the same location as the art show? No, the meet and greet will be at our good brother Noah at Charged Up. It's the Charged Up flagship store in the art district. It's called Charged Up, and the brother's name is Charged Up Noah. That's the meet and greet. We'll have artwork. I'm going to have this artwork. I'm going to have a lot of artwork. I'm just saying, I've been going artwork crazy, y'all. I didn't even want to go live today. I'm gonna just keep it real, and it wasn't nothing personal towards anybody in the building and whatnot. It's just that imagine if you've been waiting for a certain time your whole life, right? Imagine if you were waiting for something your whole entire life. Like you've had dreams about a certain time. Like for real, like you know when you go into dream state and you visit some of your memories, and but you also visit some of your visions. So just imagine that you've been having this vision for mad long and whatnot, and you knew that this day was coming, and then boom, this day comes, and this is the day that you've been waiting for. This is the day that you've been quote unquote preparing for. This is the day that was promised to you. You feel me? Like this is the day that you was always like, yo, when this day comes, then I know that it's lit. I know what it is. I don't even need to say anything. There's nothing to be said. We're going in. We're going in. And I'm happy to say that I'm in those days. I cannot speak for nobody else. Right? Like I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. I promise you. And I always was like, yo, if I just want to, I want to stay alive because I know that a time is gonna come. Because I'm an artist at heart, right? This is what I do. Like I'm an artist at heart, so I'm like, yo, the day is gonna come where I could literally take my life and turning into art, because as an artist, art is my love language, art is my therapy, art is how I've been able to survive and thrive and make it through life, and be employed, self-employed, and kind of like do everything that I wanted to do, like shit on my bucket list. You know what I'm saying? It was really the art that made it do it. The art did it for me. You know, the art has gotten me many places and whatnot. The art has kept me alive. So we in a different place right now. You know what I'm talking about? We are in a different place, my friends. So I'm gonna be getting real busy with this art stuff. Like my life depends on it because I don't have no excuse at this point. You know, I cannot speak for anybody else, but I don't got no excuse. You know what I mean? It's time to get busy, and I'm ready to just get low. You feel me? I'm ready to get low. So if I pull a black dot, just know that I did that because it just has to be done. Like ain't nobody gonna do the work for you but you, type shit. And when a God comes back, oh man, he's coming back with a vengeance. You feel me? He's coming back with a vengeance, man. He's coming back with a vengeance. This window ain't gonna be open forever. This window is not gonna be open forever. You can't put this off and say, yo, we're gonna get to it in 6 months. That's not how that shit works. The opportunity is staring you in your face right now. You know what I mean? You gotta take a leap of faith. You feel me? You gotta take a leap of faith, you know? And you gotta get busy for at least, like, think about it. You get busy for 90 days and you don't have to do much for 5 years, right? You go super hard for 90 days. You just lock in. I need to do well. This is a friend of mine, but this is also an enemy of mine, right? I need somewhere where I could just drop my phone and pick that shit up when it's time to leave the facility. You know what I mean? No distractions, no phone calls, no nothing. Bills paid for 6 months in advance, right? Bills paid 6 months in advance. I get to rock the phone maybe 2 hours out of a week type shit. And look, I'm gonna share an idea that I had with everybody. I'm gonna share an idea that I had, right? Because I've been to boot camp in my years. Like I didn't go to the boot camp for I went to something called Shock. It's called Shock and it's New York, right? They put you in boot camp. It's an alternative to going to the big house, right? So these people literally would tell you like what time to wake up. You know what I'm saying? They would basically tell you what time to go to sleep, what time to wake up, all type of shit. It was literally a boot camp. You would wake up at 4 a.m. You would do PT, which is physical training. You had 15 minutes tops to eat a lot of food and whatnot. You went running 2 miles minimum a day, and you worked your ass off during the day. You did not sit still. You did not have a phone. You did not watch TV. They did not have no TVs, no phones, no radios, none of that. Very disciplined. So I was like, why don't we have something like that? But it's not in corrections and whatnot. It's something that we do to correct our behavior and to implement discipline without the white man standing over us or without you having to be on quote unquote probation or without it having to be something that the white man did. Why don't we have some type of self-imposed programs where there's like a boot camp for greatness? There's a boot camp for greatness. There's a boot camp for you to finish an idea from beginning to finish to quote unquote marketplace, right? Ascension protocol. Like sometimes somebody needs somebody to kind of like instill discipline and to kind of like make sure that things are done the right way, but it should not be done at the end of a punishment or a penal type of colony or a punitive type of situation. Unfortunately, that's where a lot of people are receiving their quote unquote upgrades and their discipline and whatnot, or their quote unquote get right. The get right should be a business. It should be, there should be a business plan. There should be somebody who can incorporate those bullet points of get right, marry it with a business plan, and introduce that to as a retreat or as an adult camp or as something like, think Betty Ford Clinic. Well, what about a Betty Ford Clinic for a procrastinator? What about a Betty Ford Clinic for somebody that's addicted to their phone? What about a Betty Ford Clinic for somebody who has mad potential, but they have mad distractions and they have nobody who is implementing any type of oversight, no guardrails, no control, no penalty system, nothing whatsoever. So they might self-destruct. They might, quote unquote, self-sabotage. You feel me? They might, quote unquote, be scared to jump from that roof, not knowing that they have wings. They need that drill instructor to somewhat push them, right? And pull the string or pull the rope on the way down type shit. You feel me? Where is that type of program in our communities? Because let me share something with you about one of the things that was so attractive about street organizations. And then prior to that, prior to the street organizations, what was attractive about places like the Nation of Islam in its earlier inception? What about the Nation of Gods and Earth in its earlier inception? Not what it has become, not what the government has relegated it to, not what the media has told you about it. No, the goddamn what about the summary, the executive summary? What the fuck was it built for? What did it stand for? It stood for a place where young men and women in a time, because you got to put it in its proper time context, right? It was a different time than this time is, but it was for discipline. It was for discipline. It was a sisterhood and a brotherhood, but the foundation of it was about discipline. What the Panthers implemented was discipline. Even if people would want to paint it like it was something else, it was mostly about discipline, right? When we went to Stone Mountain and we had to form up and whatnot, we didn't say meet us at noon and whatnot. We didn't say, hey, meet us at 9 a.m. We said meet us at 5:45, 6 a.m. in a parking lot. And if you don't get here on time, we'll meet you at the top of the mountain and whatnot. So there's discipline, and then there's penalties if you don't follow what it is, the orders or the instructions or the quote unquote rules are, or the program is. Nobody is bigger than the program. If you don't make it at this time, my nigga, you'll see us while we're coming down the mountain, you're going up the mountain, right? So that experience of being on top of the mountain with all of us and being a part of that collective, you miss out on that. You don't get to do that. You know what I mean? And it's all good. You get to do something else, but you don't get to do that. And it's all good. You know what I mean? But that is something that, I don't have a problem speaking to my audience and pitching pearls to my audience, because I've met people in passing and whatnot. I've met listeners who were out with their family, and their family was able to attest to it, right? That they took the pearl and they turned it into a diamond, bro. So I don't consider what I'm doing pitching pearls when I'm on these shows speaking to this audience, because y'all catch that shit and y'all do something with it. So the person who's able to fill that void will become a quote unquote very successful individual in their life. That is a fact. That is a fact. What will propel this community first, and then what will propel our people, what you call the culture, second, and then what will propel other people who are tapped into the culture, who are not a part of the culture but are tapped into the culture, will be a display of some form of discipline. In that discipline, we will find growth and development. In that growth and development, we will begin to solve problems. While solving problems, that's where we will find our power at. You don't have the power that you are deserving of because you're not solving problems. In the problem solving is when you take back your quote unquote, that you take back some of that energy and some of that power that has been taken from you. The only reason why we're powerless is because we got 99 problems and they have us feeling like we're debilitated. However, this Tuesday, I had a Zoom call amongst, no, it was Wednesday. On this Wednesday that just passed, we had a Zoom call and we had programmers, we had developers, and we had coders, and we had hackers on the call. If anybody was in the call, it was a private call. So I don't want to put all of our business out there, right? But if you were there and you're in the building, you're in the chat, you could let it be known how powerful that session was and whatnot. And the session is entitled "How to Build an AI Village," and that session was called 1, and then the next one is called 2, and then the next one is called 3. By the time we hit 10 or 9, everything is going to be okay. It is going to be put together. Let me just share some stats with you. As we move forward. The Unicorn Company of the Year, one of the biggest success stories in not just big tech, not just technology, but in corporate America, is a company called Lovable, right? The company called Lovable has exactly 14 to 20 people in said company, right? Did I reach? Yeah. The access to the Blackamore, all 3 parts are up. Our Kibalon's part is up. It's separate from our part. That's part 1. Then there's part 2, and then there's part 3. Keep in mind, it's 10 hours long. So we're breaking it up. It can't, you know what I mean? Especially we were having issues uploading it because of the size of the file, and it's all there. It is all there. Thank you, everybody. And check your emails. It's on KTL University. You have access to all 3 parts, right? If I had the discipline that I have now when I was 18 and when I was 20 and before I reached 20 years old, I would have had a very advantageous place in life. One of the reasons why the athletes who enter into the portals of the NBA and the NFL and other organized sports, they have discipline leading up to the time that they retire and whatnot. It's the discipline of that very powerful teenager who has harnessed his strength and his chi and his energy and whatnot, who could become a megastar and a superstar and a star athlete and whatnot. Discipline. When they go to the hotel, they got the coach. He gives them a warning about what they can do and what they cannot do. They can't lay around smoking all day. They just can't be laying around sexing women and laying up and laying down with women all day. They have to go to practice. They have to their time. It has to be spent honing their craft. We live in a day and time where you could get on the internet and instead of doom scrolling, instead of wasting your time, instead of going just wandering around the internet like a hobo, like a hitchhiker and whatnot, you could be doodling with tools that could be enhancing your spirit because there's spiritual technology out here that's lit. You could be dealing with tools and doodling with AI tools and whatnot that could basically enhance your learning capabilities you by becoming accredited and certified by taking courses on Udemy, teachable.com, thinkific.com, all of these places that are offering certifications. Windows, you could go for Watson, you feel me? Watson X and whatnot. You could become a dev. You could teach yourself going to Harvard online and everything. These are some of the things that you could be doing right now. You could be on Midjourney prompting it every day, on Sora prompting it every day. You could be on Fiverr offering your skill sets. You could be on Upwork offering your skill sets. You could be on quote unquote freelancer.com offering up your skill set, multiple skill sets. You could say, yo, I could edit your video. I could do your CD cover, graphic design. I could edit your video, CapCut, uh, Adobe Premiere. I could do your AI video. I could do your music video. I could make an AI song for you. I could design a comic book for you. I could design a t-shirt for you. So many things you could do on the internet, right? You could get to the big dollars. I could design it. I could the thousands of dollars. So imagine if 10 people were sitting around and y'all all had accounts on Fiverr and y'all were disciplined and whatnot, and y'all was treating this thing like a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't lollygagging and whatnot. You wasn't doom scrolling and you wasn't wasting your time. And at least like 5 of y'all was serious or 3 of y'all was serious. Imagine what you could do. There are billion-dollar companies out there right now that have 15 to 20 people in their whole entire company, y'all. This is not that you wasn't able to do this before. This is doable. We're here now. We have arrived to the place that many of us have been waiting for, because this was the type of this was the environment that was conducive to the energy that we were programmed to be activated these in these days. It's time activated. You know what I mean? Our DNA is beginning to respond because the times that we were created to quote unquote be here, to be the chosen ones, you know what I mean, to basically go online. We are arriving. You know, when a train is arriving at the station and whatnot, and you get that feeling when the Amtrak is pulling up and whatnot, and you see yourself pulling into whatever city you're visiting. You know that feeling that you get. Well, you know that feeling that you get when you hear the wheels come down from the plane, and then when it lands and it does that little bouncy bounce thing, and everybody starts clapping. That's where we at right now. Sharif, what up, man? Come on, man. What's popping? I see you. I see you outside, man. I see you outside. I would love for you to join me and chop it up with me for a few minutes. That would be dope. You know what I mean? It's been a minute since I even spoke to you, King. But we had a powerful conversation, y'all. I'm just sharing the fact that progress is being made. We have geniuses amongst us, as I've always suspected. The quality of the membership outweigh the quantity of the membership. The answers that we seek is always have been in the audience. I've always said it. I'm gonna always say it, and I'm gonna say it again. The solutions that we've been looking for, right? The solutions that we've been looking for arduously have literally been in the audience. You know what I mean? It's just that nobody's been talking to them. Nobody's been addressing them the right way. So you're not aware of who's in your audience. But I shit you not, they're in the audience. But yeah, Chat GPT, once again, and I say it again, I'm not a fan of their politics. I'm not a fan of a lot of the shit that they do, but they are the best $20 that I spend every month. Now, I think I quoted 3.5 for the 20, but that's the best $20 I spend every month, because it's able to bring back so much. If you're monetizing graphics, if you're monetizing anything that you're doing using the AI, what the hell is $20? Like, I live in a city where you got to pay to come outside. You use Printify to create your computer mats. Yep. Yep. You made the sneakers. Yep, you showed me the sneakers that you made in it, and those was fire. Those were fire. So they have a new version. They have a new version where they upgraded Dale 3, which was the art. It was the worst. It was the worst image generator amongst all of the image generators. It was so basic that nobody even talked about Dale 3. What did ChatGPT go ahead and do? They went and upgraded it, and they didn't even give it a name. They just put it inside of ChatGPT. Is baked inside of the app. It's native to ChatGPT. So you could be in ChatGPT and you could upload a picture of you. You could upload a picture of anybody. You could upload any picture, and then you could tell ChatGPT, yo, turn this picture into anything that you can think of, whatever your mind can think of, right? This is this right here. This picture turns into this. You feel me? This is a picture for me when I was at Nipsey's in LA. I was at the marathon and whatnot. This is an old picture that I did, and it turned into a 3D rendition, right? So this is a major breakthrough in terms of being the generators, right? Or art, what they call generation. It's called art generation, right? It's called generation, right? But peep this. When you do the knowledge and whatnot, the God bodies talk about God being a generator, operator, and destroyer, right? The generator, operator, and destroyer. So we now have tools where we could become generators, because I could generate anything I could think of now. It's a little bit different. Like, it hit different if you are a nerd like myself. It hit different if you a blurred like myself. Like, it don't hit if that's not where your mind is at. But if you're blurted out like me, if you're somebody who is like, I'm meticulous when it comes to this artwork shit. Like, I literally used to lay up in the crib, me and Blue together, 8 hours straight, just drawing from comic books, Sunday comics, Calvin and Hobbes and shit like that. Like, this is what we do. So now I could take my classic artwork, upload it, and give it I gave it a BBL, y'all. I went and got a BBL for my artwork type shit. I put a wagon on it. You know what I'm talking about? And it hit different. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it hit different. The same people that was walking by my art when I was selling it, they're gonna be forced to stare at that. Yeah, they're gonna be forced. The bubble, they're gonna be caught in that bubble. They getting caught in that bubble. They're gonna be, you know what I mean? I'm catching them with the BBL, man. Yeah, we BBL the artwork. Talk black to me. What we doing? Like, we BBL the artwork, my nigga. It's up. It will never go back down. You feel me? They gave me the source to tell me how to make the shit move, man. Come on, what are we talking about? I'm not moving it right now because you can't show everything at once. I'm just giving y'all the static images, but they gave me the source on how to move the shit, make it move, like turn the rigs and everything. You know what I mean? Breathe life into it, like it's it's consecrated. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do Techno Tuesdays. That's why we do the Friday masterclass, the workshop. Like, we're we have a pulse. Me and Spin City, we kind of know what's coming down the pipe. and we get ahead of it. We get in front of it. So the people that have been in our class and whatnot, in this class right here, everybody's benefiting this whole month. Like they're able to make their money back immediately. There's so much new shit that's dropping, and we're able to help them out. We're able to help them monetize the times that we're literally in the now. Check it out, man. Come on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? The cute one with the mean side profile. Like, what are we talking about? You know? So we just gonna keep on creating. You know, shout out to all of my creators out there just putting in the work. And you know, we gotta take the culture to around the world. Cause this is a global thing right now. We not no local jokers. This is a global thing. You know what I mean? So we'll just keep working. We're just gonna keep working. But yeah, that's yeah, man. We got some things in the works, man. We got some things in the works. Yeah, remember the throwback, the Black Bart shirts? Remember the throwback, the Black Bart shirts? And the Hood Looney Tune. Remember? Come on now. Come on now. What are we talking about? Yes, April would definitely be accelerated. So I don't get paid by the company OpenAI. Like I said earlier, I got what do they call that? Conflicts of interest with them. I do. I got conflicts of interest with them. However, they said it's an AI race going on right now. They said it's an AI war with China. And as a result of this race, technology is advancing. And a result of technology advancing, we some of us are meeting that shit right there in the middle during the advancement, and we're just pulling out all of the options that we can while it's advancing. Is it gonna advance and get out of control? It has a possibility of doing that. Yes, I would not shit you. I wouldn't lie to you. It does have the possibility of doing that, getting out of control. However, you know, humanity, they have the responsibility for putting up some guardrails. You know, they're gonna be responsible. But in the meantime, between time, learn what you can learn, apply what you can apply, and use that toolbox to build your tower, to build your castle, to build your kingdom. Okay, because kingdoms are built with tools and whatnot. And these tools are in your hands. They're open source, they're available. Nobody's holding anything back. To be honest with you, if you have the budget for it, you can do it. You can homeschool your children in their own image and literally to a doctrine that you have created, a curriculum that you have created, you know? Kai, what's good, my guy? What's goody, man? You have the ability to create, yeah. So you could do something called Notebook ML. Go to it's called Google. I'm gonna turn around and make this into a technology show tonight. But guess what? This is a response to some of the things that I see going on online where it seems like they cut the head off of our people and they're laughing at our people as they run around headless and whatnot, right? And it's like um our people don't necessarily know what's going on, and they're running around headless because they don't know about the options that are available, and they keep yelling chicken little that the sky is falling, and our people are reacting to it. And I'm like, damn, y'all falling for that? But check this out. So this is Notebook LM. This is on Google, right? And we was telling y'all about Google. We was telling y'all about Notebook LM. This is a tool right here. So instead of me getting up here tonight and talking about this and talking about that, in the midst of me doing that, I'm going to give game out, and I'm going to give game to anybody who's really listening. If you're really listening and you're really here to pick up these gems that are being dropped and take that shit and turn it into a diamond necklace, then you are going to hear what's being said, and you're going to go ahead. You're not going to miss the opportunity. You're going to eat food, right? You're going to look past all of the BS. You're going to be like, yo, this nigga just hit me with some shit, and I'm going to level up right now. So this is Notebook LM, right? Think about when you was in school and you had notebook filled up with mad information, right? Imagine if you was able to find all of your loose leaf notebooks from back in the days that had all of your inventions, all of your ideas, all of your imagination. It captured all of your data. That's what this is in a sense. This is the level up from bookmarking pages and whatnot. This is the level up from hitting the star button and whatnot and bookmarking things. This is basically compounding information into a notebook, and that notebook has AI inside of it, and you could communicate with that notebook through a chat bot, through basically writing writing into it in a chat window and whatnot. You can communicate with said notebook. Now the upgrade, Google recently upgraded, and they upgraded notebook to whereas you could basically create a mind map. So imagine you studying, imagine Bobby Hemming give out a list of books and you have all 300 of those books. You put all 300 in those of books in a notebook, right? Because these notebooks can take up to, let me see, what's the limit? 50 sources, right? So they could take 50 sources. So I have currently in here 20 something sources, right? So let's just show you how some of this works. Now I could generate from all of these sources and everything, I could generate a podcast by clicking on generate. They'll have a conversation about all of the information that I have located right here in my brain. This is my knowledge base. This is my brain trust, right? So imagine you fill your brain up. You have an empty container, and you're filling it up with books that you're reading and whatnot about occultism, esoteric metaphysics and whatnot. So now you have a metaphysical brain. Now, over here in studio is the tools that you could take all of this information and begin doing things with, right? So right now we're going to create something. All right, let's create a timeline, right? A timeline. So we clicked on the button timeline, and it's creating a timeline for us, right? So it's giving me a timeline for Harlem Renaissance 2.0, Black Empowerment in the Digital Age. So it's going all the way back to pre 2005, before I came to Harlem, right? It's giving my life story leading all the way up to the 2020s, all of the things that we've been doing, all of the things that we've been handling, right? Boom. The near future, cast of characters. All of the people that are in my notes are part of my cast of characters, right? This is basically compartmentalizing and putting my story together in ways that sometimes, if you don't have discipline, you can't do these things. So the AI is coming in to do the discipline that you might not have, that other humans who are not humaning these days, they might not have it. You might can't trust people with your information. You might can't trust them with your files. Some people are underqualified and overqualified. So now you have a co-pilot, you have a business partner, you have somebody that can work with you to put things in order so you can get some order out of the chaos and whatnot. I wanted to show you something else, something very interesting that this does. Um, this will also bring something called a, let me see. I did it already. Where was it? Was it the prompt engineer? So AI for start seeds. So check this out. We're going to click on this button and we're going to create a study guide real quick. So for my homeschoolers, you could build up these notebooks and whatnot. Then you could create study guides for your students, after school students, homeschooler students. These are ways for you to get easily get yourself a federal contract if you're trying to get something with the government and whatnot. These are how you put together your your thing, right? So here's a study guide. I clicked it and it created it just like that. There goes the answer key. There goes the quiz. There goes the essay format questions. There goes the glossary. All right. Boom. Check this out.
All right, let's dive in. You sent over this really amazing collection of stuff all about building generational wealth and then also about AI. And it's like, wow, okay, there's notes from these business masterminds, and then there's a whole seminar on wealth building, and then like even a roadmap for something called Metaverse that's all about AI and blockchain. And then there's stuff on using AI for creative work and marketing digital assets. And it's like, where do we even begin with all this?
It's amazing to me how AI is changing, like not just how we build wealth, but even like what wealth even means in this digital age.
Right? Like in the Power Circle seminar notes you sent over, there's this crazy point about taxes. It says that taxes are most people's biggest expense, even more than rent. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a common blind spot. People don't always see the big picture when it comes to taxes.
Totally. And then they gave this example, like if you have a home-based business and you can, write off some of your household expenses, like your internet bill or a part of your house as a home office, you could save like $3,600 a year on taxes.
That's a huge chunk of change.
That's a lot.
It really highlights how, understanding tax laws, especially for business owners, can give you this real advantage financially.
Right.
But it's super important to have a legitimate business, like really a business with profitable intent, because just setting up some kind of fake company to avoid taxes, that could really backfire on
Oh,
you.
for sure. It's a bit like that two sides to every coin idea that keeps popping up in those Neighborverse materials.
Right.
You got to be smart with money, but you also have to be ethical about it.
Exactly. You can't just chase profits without considering the ethical implications of your actions.
Totally. Speaking of Nativerse, that whole crystal currency idea really caught my eye.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique concept.
They're talking about using gemstones as the foundation for digital assets. It's like what? Digital alchemy or something?
It's an intriguing idea. Essentially, Nativerse aims to use these things called Genesis gems, which are basically NFTs, to create a more stable backing for their digital economy.
So, like, instead of your digital currency being based on, I don't know, the whims of the crypto market, it's tied to the value of something real, something tangible.
Right. They argue that precious gems have this inherent value because they're scarce and tangible, which could help ground their digital currency in something more concrete than the often volatile crypto market.
Okay, so if I buy a Genesis Gem NFT, it's like owning a tiny piece of a gemstone that backs their digital currency. That's kind of wild.
It is a novel concept, but of course, it's still very early days for Notiverse, so it's hard to say with any certainty how this will all play out in the long run.
Right, right. Like, how do you even put a value on that?
Exactly. The value of any NFT, including these Genesis gems, will depend on a lot of factors like market demand, the success of the project itself, and even broader trends in the crypto world.
Totally. I mean, it's important to remember that NFTs in the crypto market, they're still really new and they can be risky, right?
Definitely. It's a high risk, high reward landscape.
For sure. But let's step back from the digital world for a minute and go back to those power circle notes. They're really big on mindset. Like they're all about having this business owner mentality, even if you're working a 9 to 5 job.
It's a powerful shift in perspective.
So check this out, y'all. This is the mind map, right? I'm going to show you this, and we're going to dip from the notebook LM, but this is for everybody. I believe it's free, so don't worry about it if you don't got no bread. This ain't a sale. This is giving you game, right? So all of the notes that we had in the brain thing has created right here a mind map, right? So from here, we're able to chart this out. I know this one is going to blow your mind, right? So we could take all it now we don't have to get confused and caught up. We have a lot of information, but it don't turn into information overload when you have technology to bring you some type of discipline and order, right? The lack of discipline brings about chaos. Discipline brings about order. These tools will help you bring about order because it brings about discipline. You just have to be disciplined in the way that you use the tools. But God damn it, that's on you. You know what I mean? Nobody is responsible for that but you. Don't overindulge. Don't become addicted to it. Don't dive into it. Don't turn everything off because you found you some AI. That's not discipline. I would say get into nature, do your breathing, do your grounding, do your ashes, write that shit, write it down on a piece of paper, and then go into the computer world or the matrix and whatever, find what you're seeking. Solve your problems, create, go viral. Bend the spoon, do what you must do. Metaverse figures. So you see the pantheon of the ancestors, the great ones, right? Part of the metaverse. So this is the mind map, and it's taken from all of the sources that I put. So all of that has data in it. So for all of my researchers out there, y'all been gathering all of these notes over the years. Do your thing. Put this shit together. Put it together. Compartmentalize it. That way you can now have a book. So in about a week, you now can make a book out of your notes. You can now create a quiz book out of your notes. You could create a quote unquote SOP, standard operated procedure, out of your notes. You can make a presentation or a lecture. You can make a book. Whatever you want to do, I promise you can do it now. And I'm not just saying that because the shit sounds good. I'm not on some feel good shit. I promise you. I'm just giving you the keys to the Nebuchadnezzar. You got to take it for a spin and bring it back. So I got to get back to work. I got to get back to work. Like I said, I was coding and shit. I was doing a lot. I had a lot of work that I was knocking out. So, I'm working, you know what I mean? Like I just decided that I gotta go live and put y'all on to some things, give y'all some jewels, you know what I mean? Stay focused. You feel me? And then I'm going back into my man cave to do my work. So I'm out of here. But I'm gonna leave y'all with some words from sponsors. Words from the sponsors, y'all. All right. First of all, for the drip, springtime is here for the drip. You get your favorite master teacher's drip at the mart125.com. That site is about to be refurbished. We turning that mart into a super mall. I promise you, we're about to turn the mart 125 into a super mall for conscious thing, all things consciousness. So look out for that. Of course, 44 Tops album, you could get that on Buy Me a Coffee in the store. You could claim it. You have access to a digital download and a signed copy by yours truly. This is an EP, full album on the way. This is an EP, full length album on the way. We want y'all to vote. We're doing a music show too on Sunday with Rich. Keep your eyes open for that. Make sure y'all join Hip Hopolist channel. But we're gonna do a vote and find out what songs y'all want to be full length on the 44 Tops Deluxe album. What songs do y'all want full length? Because some of them are like multiple songs. The replay for Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah featuring the four horsemen of not death, but Doth, the hidden pillar. Al Kibalon 44, Blue Pillar 44, Red Pillar 44, B Del 1014. The replay is available. All everybody's parts are there. We are ready for the replay. It is on KTL University. You can get that also in the store right there on Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee. Or you could click on the link that is in the description, or it might even be in the chat. 4-4, right? 4-4, April the 4th. We're gonna be in Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, Virginia. Welcomes us with open arms. Richmond, Virginia welcomes us with open arms. All right. Last time we was out there, we did the Facts remix. Matter of fact, that's just a little random. That's a little random item right there. Pop-up shop. We got a meet and greet from 5 to 9 at Charged Up Flagship Store right there, 100 West Broad Street. And then the RVA Boombox from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. All right. A lot of the artwork that you've seen tonight, you will be seeing that for sale on merch, on prints. We will have prints at the spot. That's going to be music and art and some consciousness thrown in there. Then on Monday, which is coming up this Monday the 31st, we will be in Charlotte, 3501 South Tryon Street at the Voltage Lounge, Red and Blue, March 31st, Red and Blue in Charlotte. I look forward to seeing y'all. Doors open at 5. Show starts at 6. All right. Friday, Spin City, Red Pillar, class number 4, AI Accelerated. You dig? And I want to say thank you, everybody, for being with us tonight. The fantasy complex industry is alive. I gotta do a part 2 to that, the fantasy complex industry, because I promise you, when I did the lecture, it was not easy to make a comic book. It was not easy to make toys. It was not easy to make cartoons. It was not easy to make goddamn video games. And I promise you, all of that, if anybody's been rocking with the guard and y'all been following the breadcrumbs, I have a birthday twin. His name is Gary V, a European. And in a way, like we share, like I share a birthday with Boozy Badass. And I used to be bougie when it came to Boozy, right? And then Boozy had a video where he was showing his house called the Boozy Estates. He got a house called the Boozy Estates. And I seen, like, you know, they do the MTV shit where cribs and all of that. Nobody's crib is better is fucking with Boozy, bro. Just in terms of the vision that he had to build out his estates. You feel me? That's my birthday twin. King Charles, who live in Buckingham Palace, niggas. That's my birthday twin. So it's just something inside of our coding of that day, November the 14th, that just makes us who we are. Like, we have visions. And when we have these visions to build palatial, like palaces and shit and worlds, it comes true. We got to have discipline, though. So as much as people could say what they say about Boozy, true, Skeeter, that man got discipline. He got discipline, even with the diseases that he's fighting and all of that. He got discipline, straight like that. You know, Gary V, he wants to buy the Jets. He got discipline. You feel me? He been standing on business for years on the internet, kind of like saying the same shit that I've been saying to white people. That's my birthday twin. You know, but the fantasy complex industry, it is alive and well. And if y'all really see the forest for the trees the way that we see it, then once again I'm making another appeal, because class number 2 of the AI Village is coming up. Y'all are, you know, people in my network are invited until you are not invited. You are invited until you're not invited. You feel me? You could receive a non-invitation the same way that you could receive an invitation. You feel me? But y'all are invited as it stands. Y'all are invited. We're doing major things in the private. That rhymes. So we're doing major things in the private. None of this shit should be done in the public. The Trump and them don't do they don't do their dirt in the public. In the public. They come in the public and talk about it. You know, he comes in the public and has press conferences and gloats about it. You know, we need to sign more deals. We need to shake more hands. We need to sign more contracts, smart contracts, that is, right? That we put together. We need to build more bridges, close some doors and open new ones. Yeah, shout out to Warren Sapp. Or it was Marvin Sapp, right? That's Warren's brother. You niggas can't get out here. You can't leave YouTube until you hit the plate. I need 40 bands every time I pull up. Imagine that. Imagine that. I'm the boozy badass of YouTube, though. Imagine if I'm like, I want all my back end right now. Imagine that. Right? You know? But yeah, shout out to La Russell for laying the blueprint for show. Shout out to Nipsey for laying the blueprint. Shout out to the brothers in Texas for laying the blueprint and whatnot. Everybody that stood on business about being independent and not chasing that quote unquote dream or that dragon, and not basically selling yourselves out so you'll be owned for perpetuity. Shout out to y'all. But there's a lot of people who we love and we listen to and we grew up listening to and raised us up on their music, and they are literally contractual slaves. They are literally property of Publishers Clearinghouse. And that shit is sad. It really is. Hopefully we could come up with an AI or an agent that will break them out of contracts. We could come up with a cold ass AI, a plugin that will break them niggas out of their contracts. Because Lord have mercy, if they stuck in them contracts, shoo, man, They say slavery was a choice and they got mad at the boy and whatnot. But what do you think he was saying? Sometimes they didn't make you sign a contract. Some people signing contracts and they get put into slavery. That is a choice. The contracts denote slavery. And that's not even deep. You know what I mean? That's literally some surface shit. Like there's literally people who are contractual slaves. Yeah, who read the whole, he got 48, 42, and I know that they have more paperwork on Big U. They gave him a superseding indictment, and they didn't hit him with the Nipsey shit yet, but I feel like that will be coming soon. They just priming him, they just prepping him, they're just getting him oiled up, right? They're greasing him up, you know what I mean? They didn't finish with him. He's a big one on the Barbie. They about to put him on a Barbie. They got to cook him on both sides. He's a big one. They got to turn him over a few times on the motherfucking stove. But they about to cook him. You know. But yeah, with that being said, peace, love, and light. We will see you Techno Tuesdays and everything. Wait, this is Friday. Yes. Have a good, strong end. See, I don't even know what day it is. Have a good, strong end. Y'all stay focused and whatnot. I look forward to seeing my North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia family in the building. In North Kakalaka is going to be a movie and whatnot. For those of y'all in YouTube land, we will be live streaming, so y'all will see us as well. So with that being said, peace, love, and light. Sacrilegious Sundays, Saturday Night Live loading. Peace.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love, and light to the family. Peace, love, and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.